the Chicago Bears get their big fish. Chicago Bears go out there and they get their guy, and that's exciting. That is right. We're all excited to have Ben Johnson in the building. We feel like he's an answer. We feel like he's the next guy that's going to lead us to the promised land. Oh, we're all happy. Oh my God. But I have to go about giving the Bears a ton of credit for ending up with Ben Johnson, because there's a lot of things that were playing against you. And yet again, we had a conversation yesterday after this hire is done on the Bears not being the Bears in that moment. The Bears not doing the norm. We've had a ton of last 5 months pretty much. No, not 5 months. 5 months excessive, Pat. Last 2 months of the Bears not being the Bears. You fire a head coach in season. Never have done that before. You fire an offensive coordinator in season. You never have done that before. You go through this massive coaching process, which, listen, I still got my questions on the process, but I was the dude that was like, if I can give you the answer without showing my work, why am I showing my work? This dude need to show his work because he don't know the answer. He got to work through the problem to get to the answer. I shouldn't have to show my work because I know the answer already. You watched me know the answer.
Yeah.
My point in all that is there are different processes to get to the same answer. You got to the answer you wanted here in Ben Johnson, and it seemed like the Bears weren't going to get this. I saw this yesterday from Josina Anderson that there are a lot of people around the league that are stunned that Ben Johnson right now is a Chicago Bear, and I have to give them credit because my biggest thing was take the biggest swing you can. From what I'm seeing, George McCaskey doing something that he has never done before, essentially confirmed. Now, we're never going to know the real numbers on Ben Johnson's contract. Maybe he'll open up and tell us. He seems like he's a little cocky. He's like, here, I got 15 in the bank with 15 on the way, baby. It's what you want to do.
Hey.
He's that type of dude. Flus was never that guy. Ryan Poles isn't that guy. And that's really kind of the next question. We'll talk about that as well. But like, to me, George McCaskey doing something he's never done before, saying, hey, listen, I'll pay you whatever you want, and I'll pay your staff whatever you want. This team has to be great. This team has to win. This team has to get to the next level, and you and your staff have to do it. I give them credit for not being who they once were and trying to change the perception of the Chicago Bears team, not only outside the organization, but dare I say within your own organization, forcing change that is uncomfortable. That's how I feel in these suits. I don't. Yeah. But Jean-Claude Van Damme, I look good. What you right?
No, you know what? I am so excited today, and a lot of it just has to do with the fact that you did what you needed to do. You didn't play around with it. You made sure that this got done. And honestly, that's why everybody is surprised. George McCaskey, I felt like would be the roadblock in this whole thing. I knew that Kevin Warren and Ryan Poles would be on board with getting this done and doing whatever it needed to be done to have Ben Johnson here. But when it came to the contract, when it came to the money, that's where I questioned things. Even though they said we're going to open up the checkbook and we're going to make sure that we give you whatever we want, we just didn't know for sure. We didn't know for sure if there was a certain number that said George was going to be like, oh, well, I'm a little antsy about that. That might not be, so like
that's
you
a
say
lot of money there. That's more than I spent on bubble gum back in 1945.
I don't know if mom will approve, so it's like, my goodness, come on. But at the end of the day, you have to give credit where credit is due. George McCaskey did his thing. He made sure that the checkbook was open. I know there are reports. I know it's a lot of people. So, and I saw a report maybe that it's around 13 mil or more. I don't know if that's true. We'll have to find out. But then again, you said we don't know if that will come out or not.
Yeah.
We'll see. But my biggest thing is that this is step one, right? This is step one. of many steps that needs to still get done. This doesn't mean that the Bears have won the championship. This doesn't mean that they're essentially the best team in the NFC North. What it does mean is that you finally got the big fish. You got the front runner, the new shiny toy that everybody wanted. And this isn't the Matt Nagy's of the world. So everybody don't get PTSD because Matt Nagy just drew up a couple of plays for Andy Reid and was found out. This guy is coming from 3 years of top offense. Mind you, in the first year where the Detroit Lions didn't look like they did for the last 2 years. And so this is a proven offensive guru. This is a guy who has a lot of good reputation going around the league. You even heard Mike Martz speak up talking about this is probably the best hire in NFL history. I don't know if he's going a little too far with that, but what I will say is I love the what you say.
A lot too far.
Yeah, I love the credit he's giving.
Guys, breathe. Andy Reid got brought in and breathe, guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's get the rings first.
Let's get to winning first. But I love the direction we're going in. And yes, it starts with giving credit finally to George up top.
Now, Ben Johnson does need to start growing the facial hair out. I don't think there's been a coach that is
we need a bearded Johnson. Hair.
Yeah, it's just started now so that we don't have to hate you in 3 years when you randomly do it and try to impress us. But here's what I will say, and this is one thing that you can kind of feel good about. I love the point that you said there. This is not a guy who's coming in running somebody else's offense. This is not a guy who's coming in running something somebody else built. He helped put that offense together. He identified some of the pieces that needed to be brought in. Yes, scouts and everything are a part of that, but Ben Johnson, looking at that staff and all of that, is going, or looking at that roster, is going, you get me that guy, and I know how to utilize him. He's the one that put guys in the right position, and his staff is the one that helped develop those guys when they were in that position. In 3 seasons with Ben Johnson as the Lions OC, Detroit ranked top 5 in scoring all 3 years. They finished 5th in 2022 and 2023. And first in 2024 at 33.2 points per game. They led the NFL this season in scoring for the first time since 1954. Only the 49ers had more 20-yard plays, 240.
Jesus.
I don't even know if we've had 240 20-plus yard plays in the last 3 seasons. Over the last 3 seasons, that the Lions, well, I shouldn't say over the last 3 seasons, over the last 10 years. How about that? Let me extrapolate back. The Lions had 230 with Johnson running the offense. They're running his system. He knows what he wants to do. He knows how he wants to build this. And you now have an opportunity to come here in Chicago. And again, when I talk about bringing in Ben Johnson, I said this yesterday. It's not just about Ben Johnson. It's about the position coaches. It's about the big names that you go out there and add at those positions. The guys that know how to do their job. When the first name I hear, first couple of names realistically that I hear are they're looking to go out and get Dennis Allen.
Tops.
That's one of your top defensive coordinator names. He's going to cost quite a bit of money. And then the next name I hear, they're also heavily pursuing former Saints interim head coach Darren Rizzi as the special teams coach.
Yep.
Wait a minute. What are we doing here? Are we putting together a great staff, or are we putting together a great staff? Because those are the things that are the most important. Here's the thing about each one of those guys as well. And I'm sure there'll be an OC that'll pop up that you'll look at as well, but that's kind of Ben Johnson's staff there. I know that Dennis Allen can put together a good defensive staff, a championship level defensive staff. I've seen him do that. I know that Darren Rizzi can put together a great special team staff. We've seen him do that. You're getting guys that have been here before and have been successful at one of the highest levels, that have been a part of everything we wanted Sean Payton, that Sean Payton type of guy to be. And now they get to come in here and hopefully turn Ben Johnson into that next Sean Payton type of guy. You're doing it right. And I have to give them a ton of credit. I don't agree with everything that they've done in this process. I think there's a lot of there was a lot of activity that won't lead to accomplishment.
A lot of
But,
wasted movement.
Yeah, there was a lot of moving pieces. He kind of did it like his offense, right? There was a lot of pre-snap movement for a very simple play that hopefully goes 20 yards.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, the Bears kind of did it like a Ben Johnson offense. It was like, all right, how did he get over there? What's he doing? That's Panay Sewell. Mike Kafka.
Oh, no, not him. Don't say that name ever again.
What we also got to give him credit for, JC, is when their guy was available, they just ran out and was like, no. Y'all done. Get out of here. Get out of here. You're canceled. You're canceled. You're canceled. We don't need you. Get out of here. Ben Johnson's coming. Shoo, papaya.
No, that's 100%. No, I love the directness of everything that they've been doing. You mentioned a couple of names in Darren Rizzi, and then also you mentioned Dennis Allen. That would be a star-studded staff, and then even too, a lot of rumors are saying, well, who would he have at offensive coordinator, because he's already going to be, he's going to be calling plays. Like that's the most obvious thing in the world. Like we won't be using the OC to call plays on Sunday, but you still need a guy that's going to come in and actually have an impact on the team. And one name I'm hearing that would really be a really good pull if he could bring him along with them is Lions offensive line coach Frank Haley, who, I mean, you're talking about the best or one of the best offensive lines in the league. Please get Chris Morgan out of here. I mean, you're killing two birds with one stone. Or is it two birds? Well, you're adding a bird.
One stone.
You're killing Chris Morgan is what I'm talking about. You get him out of here.
Let's not kill Chris Morgan. Let's not put that.
I'm sorry. We're not bringing death to the show. I don't want to kill Chris Morgan, but you want to escort him kindly out the building. Is my point.
Hey, Chris, we're gonna need you to walk that way. You know what's over there? Pure and utter domination.
No, not.
Thank you. There you go, Chris. Yeah, get out of here.
Good Lord.
That's how the offense look.
Just replace one guy with one of the better ones in the league. You already saw how Detroit does it. That would be the most epic staff in the world. So I would love it if Ben Johnson kind of, gets this situated. We said we think maybe it'll get done probably this week. This thing is moving quickly. I think that's the next step, is making sure that you have the right people in place to be a part of this team.
I love Relentless Mikey. Just get rid of the birds, man. It's birds in the building. Just get rid of the birds.
Just get rid of all the birds.
All the birds, bro. Brotherhood 8959. You finna piss me off this morning.
Oh, here we go. Hey, I'm gonna be honest with you.
No.
I'm not gonna make you mad. I'm just saying there's another name. There's a running back out there that a lot of people are saying is better than Ashton Genty, and we might be able to get him in the second round. It's a guy out of North Carolina. Just gonna leave that little nugget out there and move on.
Well, here's the thing. It's literally impossible to be better than Ashton Genty. He had one of the greatest college football seasons of all time.
I hear you, but a lot of people are saying this guy is a little underrated. I'm just letting you know. We're not going to. I hope we don't go for running back in the first, because that first of all, part of his offense
not be going for running back.
Two running backs.
Hey, listen, we can look at running back whenever Torrey Taylor was drafted. I'll allow us to. I will allow a fourth-round running back to come in the building, because I know how stupid we can get in the fourth round. We can go out and draft punts.
Hey, you watch it. All right. Yeah, Shadow Master knows what I'm talking about. That running back is a beast.
I watched the dude basically kick league average. He
was above average. All right, he's above average.
He wasn't. He was literally
Hampton. That's right, Ontario Hampton. I don't want to say his name because he's a secret, but Ontario Hampton. You watch out for that name.
He'll be a running back. You're talking about. I watch college football as well. That's all right. Running back in North Carolina.
I didn't know you watch running backs, Pat. I thought you ignored running backs.
Oh no, here's the thing. Running backs are great in college. I got you 3 years. I'll run your legs off.
Just abuse.
Yeah, no kneecaps by the time I'm done with you.
Horrible. You're just not getting ready for the next level.
Oh, it'd be ready. Listen, you have so many yards on them legs, dog. You're going to be a first-round pick. I'm going to get you that bag. Just know you got 4 years in that league. You ain't getting past the rookie. So get all your money now. Save your pennies. Appreciate y'all for tuning in to Show and Love, man.